All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saptarishi's Astrology, and we have the old hand at astrology, Shri Dharmesh Mehta ji. Dharmesh ji, pranam. Namaste.
Namaste.
It's exactly 30 years back. I had approached one old gentleman, Masuk Bhai Mehta. I had attended his seminar in Ruya College, Mumbai. I was very young at that time, so I thought Ruya College, so Ruya College was famous for very good looking girls at that time. I mean, I do not know now why, whether it's true or not. So I was very young. I was also in college at that time. And I'd gone and attended, but God had other plans for me to be serious in astrology. And I met Masuk Bhai. He said, I don't have the energy to teach right now. He's an old man. So he asked me to meet Dharmesh Mehta. Dharmesh Mehta was a speaker, president of several organizations in jyotish. You know, so he said, "This is my number. Call me. I'm very busy right now." So okay, I called him to his house after a few days. Started learning astrology, and I used to sleep in my classes. Okay, with them. So he used to scold, and eventually we became friends, very good friends, and we had a common factor. He was also the student of my Guruji C.S. Patel sir, you know, and he was also a student, I also a student. Anyway, Dharmesh bhai, it's good to see you. I did Vastu for my office somewhere in 2015. At that time,
Yeah.
Dharmesh had come to my office and he had just made one comment. He said, you have two doors of entries in your office. The one at the side, keep it open from 9 to 11. And I said, why? He said, the energy of money will come from there. That is 8 years back. Unfortunately, I never took that table from him. Then some people came in between me and Ramesh Bhai and we had to part ways. But he's back. As they say in Three Idiots, a guru does not leave his students, even the weakest students. So Ramesh Bhai is back with us and I hope he continues to come every week and give us some knowledge, especially you've been teaching for how long, Dharmesh Bhai?
Yes, that is my commitment.
No, that's good. Abhi kitna saal ho gaya? How many years you've been teaching? You've been teaching 30 years, I know, but maybe more.
Yeah, it's 35 years now.
35 years he's been teaching at a very young age. He was recognized as a very genius man in astrology. He got associated with many organizations. He teaches, he used to teach at that time in many, many places. And probably more than, I don't know, 5,000, 10,000 students must have passed out of your classes, right?
Yes.
And he's been very nice in attending so many seminars, learning new knowledge, etc., and all that. And there's one thing common, then I got deviated into the film industry. I lost touch with astrology. But whenever I used to call Dharmesh Bhai, he used to always ask me, have you left smoking? But in my life, people should not smoke. Anyway, talk about Vastu. Each zone of Vastu, okay, gets activated at a particular time of 2 hours. Now, whether that time is dependent on sunrise or not, Ramesh Bhai will tell us. But why am I saying this? Okay, people have spent hours and hours learning Vastu, days and days, years and years, seeing all kinds of YouTube videos, getting confused, super confused, implementing those remedies in their life and spoiling the lives of family members, including this thing is the harm that half knowledge creates. The problem is when the Jyotish teacher also gives a particular knowledge. He has a limited time of 10 minutes, 15 minutes. People unfortunately do not have patience to sit through, read a book. Everybody wants fast food astrology. And nowadays it is reels astrology or shorts astrology. And unfortunately, we YouTubers or video makers have to resort to it also in the name of views, in the name of feeding our families, commitments, loans, etc. So it's an unfortunate state. What happens is people learn remedies. People see these remedies, or even when they go to classes and they learn, they do not, when they give an advice to others, also as practitioners of the science, they do not tell what time to do that remedy. I'll give a small example. I was with my doctor yesterday. He wrote 10 medicines, one particular behind, next to each medicine, he will write 1 dash 0 dash 1 or 0 dash 1 dash 1. Okay, or 0. What does it mean? Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Below that, he would write AB after breakfast or BB before breakfast. Behind every dosage, he would write that. We astrologers do not give the time when the remedy should be done. That's why most remedies fail and people land up spoiling their lives. And idiots like us who can visit doctors who are educated know the meaning of timing, know there is something called Vastu Shastra, but we criticize. I did your remedy and this is what happened to me. Biggest path, biggest sin you are doing by writing such comments. Because you don't do personal consultation with that jyotish. You wanted a video in 2 minutes, in 1 minute. You don't have time. Your impatience destroyed your mother's life, your father's life, or your wife or child's life. You are the culprit. Nobody tells you this on your face. Nobody will. I don't care whether you like me or not, but this, I have seen people suffer, suffer, suffer. Sorry. I give a small example, a simple remedy of throwing coconut in water. The great blind astrologer named by Desai from Valsad, who is a legend, has given this remedy for Pitru dosh to be done every Amavasya. Somebody did it. He did it. His mother, as soon as he did it in 10 minutes, his mother was on the bed sleeping. She got out of the bed and trying to catch something, she slipped and had a fracture and steel rods or whatever had to be put. And he had to take her to another city to get it done in his village. It was not there. He had to spend 1 lakh rupees itself. I felt so bad. And I wish I had the money, I could send it to him at that point of time. I quickly asked him what time he did it. He said 6:15 p.m. And at that time, I checked the data in the chart. Saturn was retrograde in France. No idiot in astrology. I'm sorry to use the word idiot, but I have to wake you guys up. I have to be real, like a teacher, like a parent, like a mother, like a father. All of us know in Vastu Shastra, 8th house should be vacant. I still have the chart somewhere in my database. So, if you are doing a remedy for career, for money, you need to know when to do it. Are you understanding, Amitesh, Daman, Mahendra? Are you understanding what I'm trying to put? Every time you do it is one. Second is the intention. Your intention. How is your intention? Is it pure? While doing it, were you agitated? Were you stressed? It's like eating food after running for 5 miles and continuously coming and eating food. Then you eat food, you vomit. Then you blame the cook. Are you understanding? Did you do pranayam before that? Did you seek the blessings of your Ishta Devta or Kula Devta? If you go down south, without Ishta Devta, Kula Devta, Gramin Devta, nothing is done. Many South Indians who come to cities, they forget to take care of their Ishta Devta, Kula Devta. And the first thing in Prashna, especially of Kerala, the first thing this mistake is found out. We all know this. We do mannat to get a child. We forget Ishta Devta, Kul Devta at that time and we don't get it. And you know, Patni, it's all through Dharmesh Bhai, quickly, Dharmesh Bhai, okay, before he starts on Vastu, I know I've taken a lot of time on introduction, but it's important to understand the importance of this. Dharmesh Bhai, you are also one of the distinguished speakers in our Guru Purnima event, which is 1st and 2nd of July from morning 10:30, 11 o'clock to evening 9 o'clock. So first and second, one of the days, Dharmesh Bhai is going to speak. That is free for all. And then the paid Guru Purnima event, which is hardly anything, 3,500 or something, 60 plus speakers from around the world, including Mark Boni, Alan Anand, Dennis Harness, so many other great guys like Holmes and Alison Budani, so many others. Okay? But anyway, Ramesh Bhai, you're going to speak in both the events. What are your topics, Ramesh?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So good to back in the Saptarishi platform again. Now we all are into the Vastu, and in Vastu particularly the timing, which is very important. And see, when somebody call me and they don't afford my fees, so I say, okay, do these two things. Then at least you will get a 50% relief. One of it is the timing. I always give the timing. Do this time, these things on this direction. That will be the sufficient. Because see, Vastu is nothing but the balance of energy. And every energy has its time. So if we follow the timing, then it will be easy to get the energy. Because if you are focusing on the wrong side, wrong direction, wrong timing, you will not benefit out of it. That is why timing is very important. And if you follow the time correctly, then you will find, oh, it is so easy to get the energy without putting any object. Many Vastu call that put this here, put that here. They're just selling the items. I don't sell the item. Normally, my client, I always give the easy remedy and which is very rich of energy. So that same we are going to discuss today to manage the timing. Now, starting with the king of a direction, that is north. North is considered as a king of a direction, and north in the Sanskrit, north direction in Sanskrit, it is called Uttara. Uttara means answer, means north direction gives all your answers, right? So it is the answer that you are getting from the north direction. So whenever you want to encourage the north direction, and what you get from the north is a attractive energy because it's a magnetic field. So you get the attractive energy which is helpful for boost your career. See, likewise here the picture is given. If you just zoom it, so it is not. It is written. It is a treasury. It's a wealth, right? It's a more open space, living, bathroom, entrance, and this is the area where you have a maximum energy. If you put the maximum energy in this direction, then you will get a free flow of energy. And the timing of this direction is morning 11 hour to 1 hour. So 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. is a timing for north direction. If you just open this direction, if you have a window, if you have a door, just open the door so as to get the energy inside the place. If you don't have any opening, if you have cupboards, if you have anything which is in this direction, you can just open it. Like cupboard, just slightly open it. So whatever the treasury, whatever the wealth you want, it will enter inside this. See, the energy is very important. We don't see the energy. We can't see the energy. But when it comes, we feel the energy. As in astrology, we believe the Jupiter. The north direction is also wealth. The in chart also in Kundli also no the Jupiter is considered as a wealth. So to activate Jupiter also or to activate your north direction also, this is a direction, north direction. So whatever the hurdles you have in career, you don't find better career, you don't get a promotion, you don't get a new job, right? That career wise or you even don't get any opportunity. Forget about the career and this, but you don't find any opportunity. You want to do something, but you are not getting energy. So this is a 11 hour to 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. is a direction for the north. What you open it, if you keep the direction open, clean, then all the energy what you require, that will come inside the house. So that is very important, and especially those who are businessmen, those who are having office or commercial place, they must open the 11 to 1 some north direction, or we keep the waterfall or water fountain, because water contain the energy. So you can keep this direction open, or you can keep the waterfall, water fountain on between 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is the fastest remedy you can see from the north direction. That is why the time zone you must all write down. So that is 11 to 1 p.m. north direction. Now this is for wealth.
So can you repeat once again about the water part, opening or
See,
something like
water is a as like Chinese also believe water is containing the energy. So water always flow the energy. So if you flow the water in this direction between 1 to 11 to 1 p.m., that is why people keep the waterfall, water fountain, or any floating like fish tank also, that you can put in the north, so that it carries the energy and it flow the energy. And that is why water is contained as a highest energy. We all know that from north, the Ganga rivers flow and that reach the entire India. So that same you can also keep the north direction water object, waterfall, water, any running water, not stable water. So running water, and that you can on between 11 hours to 1 p.m. So that whatever the energy is that, that can be flow in this direction. And whatever the hurdles you are not getting anything, or you are facing some hurdles, will be clear, because water has a tremendous energy. It will flow the things which is far away from you, and it will reach to you very easily. So that is why for wealth purpose, north is the very best direction during this time. Now, I know that fish tank is always being kept inside, but during that period, you can on the motor so that water flow, because you can keep the motor so that water cycle. So that also you can do. Now, the second best direction, that is the north is for the wealth. Now, second best important is the health, and health direction is east. Right? Everybody know that east should be open, it should be lighted, it should be clean, right? So that is why in ancient time people take the bath in the morning time to get the maximum of a sunlight, right? So it is a more open space. It is for the living room in the house or study room, because the student also get the maximum energy. Now this is the domain of a sun. This is a direction of a sun. So sun is get activated in this direction. Now this is a time between 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. This is the 2 hours where there is a heat or sunlight in this direction, because in between the sunrise. So uh, this is the direction where if you have a door, window, your cupboards, anything you have in this direction, you can open this and get the maximum energy. It is not that always it should be open, but the period of 7 to 9 is a period where you should use this direction. Just if you don't have anything, you just sit. You can sit in each direction and get the sunlight. This is also one of a thing that you can get the good health. See, many people have a east closing. Somebody home is there, or it's a darkness. So their home will be always dark. So they face the health related problem. So this is a time between 7 to 9. They can put the light on. They can keep the yellow light that is same as like a sunlight, and they can keep this cupboards or anything in open state, so that you will get the maximum benefit out of this direction. So this is the best place where you can have the maximum positive things about this direction. So these two direction if being kept perfectly, then you will never find anything problem in your life. And that is why this is a very, very important things that you should have this direction full of a light, full of open, so that you'll get maximum benefit out of it. So that is why this is a very important thing, and you must all utilize this direction in your life and get the maximum benefit. This is the basic things that two direction, if you keep perfect, then you will never find health related and wealth related. Now, this two direction is very important, which carries the almost a 50%, right? It is a 50% of the Vastu energy will enter from north and east, and rest 50% with the balance six direction. That is always a 50% weight on the north and east, and rest of a 50% is the balanced direction. So even if you balance these two direction, if you maintain this two direction timing, your work has been done. Now,
So,
what other things people
sorry,
should?
I will interrupt, sir. For the common man, suppose there is no way of
Uh,
sunlight in the east, or
okay,
there is no air supply in that room. Okay,
right.
any remedy he can do from that on during that time, 7 to 9 in the morning, maybe lighting a candle, agarbatti, anything this can
Yeah,
any other.
as I told you that he can even sit in the direction. That is also one of a thing he can do, so that
Can,
at least he gain the energy of this direction. See, what the ultimate thing is that you have to sit this direction and utilize the energy. See, if you sit in the meditation, you attract so much energy. So that also you can do. You can heat this direction, light this direction. So by heat and light this direction, you will get a maximum energy from this direction. That was the intention.
people light agarbattis or diya or
Yeah,
lamp?
see, the objects are also being there. Objects are always being utilized, but the pure form, if you use the pure form of energy, that will be the better.
Okay, all right. Please
Yeah.
continue.
So this two direction, if you balance, then 50% of your energy about health and wealth will be managed. Thereafter, another important is southeast, because this is a very active direction. Whatever your pending works are there, whatever the things you want to finish faster, that is a southeast direction. And if you put your wish, if you put your wish in this direction, suppose you have some glass ball or crystal ball, keep in southeast and drop your wish. Whatever your wish, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to overcome this, I want to come out from the habits, bad habits, whatever. So whatever is your wish, if you want a faster relief, faster remedy, that is a southeast direction, because it's a corner of a fire. The direction called as a southeast in the Sanskrit is Agniya. Agni means purity. So it will pure this direction, and the timing of this direction is morning 9 hour to 11 hour. Morning 9 to 11 is the direction where the sun is southeast direction, and that is why our olden days the kitchen is placed in the southeast, because pre olden days female doesn't allow to go outside. So they also get the maximum sunlight, and that is why in the rooftop they keep one uh, glass roof, sunroof, so that the light comes to the direct to the kitchen. So that is also practiced by this. So this all also can be done, and one thing people can be use this direction. So this is also a very important direction. If you wish, you can open the door in this house. You have a cupboard, you have anything, or you can put anything in this direction which will activate this direction. So that is why this is also third best direction where one can activate their things, right? So this is a very important place where one can activate their things, and one can get the maximum pending things. People have so much pending things, desire to finish this thing. So that is why kitchen is placed in this direction. And this is the third most important direction for the house or any place, where you will get a maximum benefit. So this all things you have to follow so as to get the maximum release. Yeah.
Can be like a ghee lamp in that time.
Yeah, you can light it the diya. This is also one thing when one can do so that to get the maximum benefit, because it should be heated. See, lighted is the east and heated is this. So that is a difference between lighted and heated. East is lighted, it should be lighted, and southeast should be heated. So that is a two different between the direction. This direction should be always being heated. So when it is heated, you will get a maximum benefit of this direction, right? So that is why this direction, if put in the heat, then person get the maximum benefit out of it. So this is the third best direction where pending things will be there. You have a ball, glass ball, you can put your waste drop, or during this period 9 to 11, you can again open and read it, because when you tapping, it becomes active. So that also you can do in the southeast corner. You can drop the piggy bank. There's a piggy bank every child has. So that also you can drop the coin. So wherever your money is being hold, money is being stuck, that also will start floating. So that also being done in the southeast direction. Many people say that we have a lot of money we you has to come, but we are not getting. So this is also one of a remedy whereby you will get this things to be also been done. So these are the very small remedy, but you'll get a very fast, because Southeast I seen that whatever the pending things, whatever things you want to active, you want to activate something, you can put. I have also done one experiment. I took the in 2004, just for the curiosity, I put the motif of the house in my southeast, and within 6 months, I bought the house. So that was a result I seen, and thereafter I have never taken the such kind of experiment because that is a huge thing has happened. So many things say you wish to do, you want to perform, but you are not able to do. That you can do by this. So this is such a simple and easy remedy one can do and get the maximum benefit that nobody can believe, right?
Can,
So this is a
can I ask a question, sir? Some
yeah.
Vastu say that sunlight should not enter the southeast direction. Is that true or not? And then they give the remedy of blocking the sunlight. What's your take on this? What's your opinion on this?
See, it is in the south. It is not been advisory, but southeast light is always been welcome. We always welcome the southeast light, because southeast light is always being positive, because it burn the negativity. Why we cook in this direction, right? Because to burn the negativity contains in the place, in that place, right? So that is why it is important to have this in this southeast light is always good. South light is being avoided. We always keep the south should be closed, south should not be utilized. That is the things, but not the southeast. Southeast is always good. It's a very light, or you can say it's a very light sunlight. It's not a hard sunlight. Hard sunlight is the south. So that is to be avoided, not a southeast light. Southeast light, if doesn't falls in the house, you'll fall always sick, because southeast, the room, southeast room is also being given to the children. Why? Because they want a more light, they want a more energy. That was the reason that they have to put in the southeast room so as to activate themselves. And that is why this is a very good direction to get the maximum energy from this direction. Right? So that is the third best direction one has to follow. Just give me 1 minute. Huh? Somebody's at door. Just 1 minute, sir. Just 1 minute.
That's the point.
To the peace direction. That is also very important. Arey yaar, somebody again.
Once. If you started it, Daman has a very good question, okay, which he has put in the chat box, okay. Daman, can you come online and ask the question properly? I'm now
Yeah.
speaking your part. Daman, are you there?
Outer periphery and Okay, means what is the question?
Brahman has some issues with the mind. We should be considering southeast corner as red and portion because there are two parts to this plot. One is the constructed area and another is the garden.
Both. See, if you owner of the plot, it has a two place inside the house also and outside house also, because you are the owner of the entire plot as well as your building. But if you have a flat system, then you have only the ownership of your only flat only. Then you don't have the this common area access. Okay. So if you have home bungalows, then you have both outside also and inside the constructed area also. So both the place has to be seen as a direction as well as corner. Now the difference between the side and corner is that corner always collect the energy and side always flow the energy. That is a basic thing we should be understand, that corner always collect the energy and side always flow the energy. So these two things has to be always keep at side. So whatever you remedy, that is why see in southeast I say keep some bowl, keep some things that should be collect the energy, whereas in the north and east I say just put the light, open this area. So that is a difference, that is a difference one has to see. Okay, so corner collect the energy and side flow the energy. These two things has to be understand. Okay.
Thank you, Ramesh bhai. For Brahman, your
Now,
question.
yeah,
Sir,
now third fourth direction is a peace, because at the home we need a peace also. So peace direction is a northeast, right? Northeast is a peace direction, which is a planetary wise moon, and in the Sanskrit it is called Ishan, where it is say Ishane Vasti Ish. And you see the Vastu Purush head also plays in the northeast, right? Head portion. So if you have a meditation, you want a mental peace, this is the area. That is why people keep the meditation room, temple room, study room, open place in this direction, more of a greenery. Now the timing of this is early morning, 1 hour to 3. Now this play that you can utilize in afternoon also, or you can utilize in the morning also. If you have a early morning, that corner you can put with the good light. If you put a good light, yellow light, because this direction has a yellow light, or you can put the white light. Now northeast, you can keep the calm water. North or east, it is always a running water, but in northeast, we always keep Gangal Jal or any copper vessels water, so as to get the mental peace. So this energy is very important for collecting energy. As being it's a corner, it is a collecting energy, and that is why memory we collect. This is the direction of a memory, remembrance, and that is why this direction gives the mental peace. When you get all your health and wealth both, if you get health and wealth, you will be having a peace. So because it's a junction of a north and junction of a east, where you will get both. If you face north, you'll get wealth. If you face east, you'll only get a wealth, health and wealth only. But in northeast, you'll get a both. That is why this is a very mental peace direction, head direction. And if we have a headache, we can't concentrate anything. Same way, this direction also should be keep open, lighted, and without any fixed object. If you keep it light, open, that is sufficient. And keep some object which collect the energy, like copper vessels, or just open. You can see any hotels, they put in entrance big copper vessels with the water and some flowers. That also you can pick, because this is the direction which accumulates so much positive energy, and that energy is always being collected and used for mental peace. Those who into the spirituality, those in the student, those who are in the meditation, they keep this direction very lightly. And everyone, see, while taking any important decision, you want to apply your mind and peaceful mind. To apply the peaceful mind, this is a direction where you will get a very peaceful mind. And that is why this is a northeast is the fourth best direction of your house or your life. First, you want wealth, then your health, then activation, and then mental peace. These are the four stage. People, if yeah, clear this four direction perfectly, time to time, then he has a very much energy. Now, this all are the incoming direction. What you want. Now, you also want to dispose your energy. Now, what the four balance direction is there? It is for the giving the energy, distributing the energy to others. If you get this four directions, see, in the night you charge your mobile so as to get your mobile second day full day working. So it is the incoming of energy, and then you have to use this energy, or outgoing of energy. Now this four direction: north, east, north 11 to 1 p.m., east 7 to 9 a.m., southeast 9 to 11 a.m., and northeast 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., or you can utilize in the evening also. This all are the incoming direction. Just understand this four direction incomingly for your own energy. Now you have to start distributing the energy, and first distribution energy start from northwest. It is called the social energy or helpful person. To you, what you have to help society, social. This is a northwest. See, nowadays everybody is on the social platform. Everybody is in the social activities. So this is a very important for the celestial energy where you want to help someone. As you gain the energy, but you want some support, you want some neighbors, you want some good friends, you want to share something, you want to give something to the society. This is the best direction. And again, in the southeast, as we have seen, 9 to 11, the northwest is also 9 to 11. Now here you have to keep one clock, keep one clock in this direction, because clock is samay, time, and samay means kal means shani. This is the direction of Saturn. Northwest is called as a Vayavya, and we all know Vayuputra means Saturn. So Saturn is a Kal, Samay. So you have to activate the time here. Keep one on clock here, this direction. So whoever you've been connected, whoever the network you have, it will always continue as like a clock running. So those who having a good social connection, those who want some social connection, those who want to contribute to the society, this is the direction. So that is why it is called celestial help, or it is called as a social activation corner. So that is northwest, and especially for the businessmen, because businessmen will gain business when they have a good social connection, mouth to mouth publicity, PR, marketing. So this is a direction where you, whatever you want to give to the people, this is a direction. So 9 to 11 is a direction. If you see, this is a certain direction time. So clock, if you keep sufficient, or you can use the bell, you know, the bell, ringing bell. You have to ring the bell in the northwest corner so that this corner get activated, because it's a corner of a west and corner of a north. So it is a metal direction, and you have to activate by the clock, and you have to activate by the bell. If you put the bell, very fine. People in the olden time keep the bell. They keep the wind chimes. Chinese people keep the wind chimes. So it is same exactly opposite to the southeast. As the southeast activate for yourself, northwest activate for the exposure to the society. So that is why northwest is a very important to expose to the society. And people can't live, as our human being can't live without the social connectivity. So to have a social connectivity, having a good group, PR, communication, and to help someone, you will have a northwest. And all the your labor, because Saturn, we all know 6,000 is a labor and laborers work. So those work is depend on the labor worker. They should also activate the northwest direction by keeping the clock. And 9 to 11, just put some music on, some bell ringing, so that this corner get activated and you'll get a celestial energy in your corner. So that was the fifth corner. Then you have a west, just
Well, well, if you are not, if you finish that corner, can I ask
yeah.
few questions? Otherwise, please continue with that corner.
Okay.
One quick question, Ruchi Datta is asking. Sir, Pitru's photos were
Yeah, that corner is yet to come.
now
This,
about wind chimes. Which is
yeah.
the place or which are the different places with harmony rod wind chimes and which uh, element wind chime, metal, wood. I know that's a separate topic in itself,
Yeah,
but
only three side wind chimes is allowed. Metal is a west and northwest, and in southeast you can put east and southeast you can put wooden, because that is a wood side, that is a rising side. So east and southeast you can keep the wooden wind chimes. See, wind chimes is nothing but the barometer that how much air is coming, how much energy is entering in your place. So by keeping the wind chimes, you will able to know, acha, that much force of the energies are coming. So metal is west and northwest, and wooden is east and southeast. Only this four side only it is allowed. People keep anywhere where the air comes. So it is not that it is a particular corner, because all energy is not to be measured. All the energy is not being required. So whatever the corner is been designated to the energy, you have to keep it. And many people, without understanding the use of this wind chime, use of this, see, this is all, as you said, the remedy. This is a medicine. It should be prescribed perfectly that keep in this direction. This normally it is a 6 7 rod. If you find a rod, it is 6 rod or 7 rod. So that is a, it is a metal, and it should be kept in northwest or west only. Northwest for the celestial help that I said. Now we are going to, for the west, then you will come to know for what reason you have to keep in the west. Now, as like a east, we have seen it is good for the health. Just opposite to it is a well west. West is good for the creative people. Normally, you'll find all Western people are very creative. We all are religious people. Eastern people are religious, and Western people are more creative. So it's a creativeness. West is a direction for the creativeness, and the timing is given 5 to 7 p.m. Right? 5 to 7 p.m. That is 17 hours to 19 hours is a timing where sunset, normally sunset in the west between this time, 5 to 7 p.m. This is a direction of Venus. We all know the direction of a Venus, as northwest was a Saturn, here west is for the Venus. So this is the direction of arts, creativity, and normally see in the Bombay also all western side, western area, western part, all stars lives. Normally all the actors lives in the west of this Parla and all they say. So west is
if I interrupt you, please, if I may, many people take Saturn for rest.
No, Saturn is always for northwest, because it is a direction for the northwest via where. West never being Saturn. Saturn is always a northwest, because Saturn and Hanuman is considered as a Pavanaputra, Vayu. And we know Saturn is the element of air. It's an air element. Aquarius sign and air element is for the Saturn, whereas West is a water element again. So that is for the Venus. One is the east and another is a west. West is a lot of Varun. We call it as a Varun. Lot of a water. So lot of a water, and water is always a creativeness. Whenever you put the water, it is a creative. Here you don't have to keep the water. Just evening 5 to 7 p.m. is a direction where your west direction is activate. If you are artist, if you are a good drawing, if you have a musician, if you have any talent, see, nowadays only talent will remain. So any talent if you have, this is a direction where you can activate your talent. And again, it's a direction of Venus, right? So it is a timing 17 to 19, that is 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the evening, nearby the sunset. This is the timing of this corner. And when you activate this side, see, this is not a side that you can activate every time, because it's a Venus. And Venus, we all know, it should be always being in control. Venus cannot be explored. It is to be always controlled. It is our habits. It is our lifestyle. So this is those who want a good lifestyle. those who want a luxury comfort, those who want art, creativity. This is a direction. And that is why we call that the artist should face the west direction, because they will get more energy from this. So 5 to 7, if you have drawing anything, put this in the west direction. If you have written some poem, put in this direction. Anything that you have created, something different, like you have created any earth object, metal object, anything abstract, that you can keep in the west direction, and open window, door, anything on the west direction to activate that things. So see, the timing is given because that window, that period, 2 hours period is good to flow and catch that energy. So this is the 5 to 9 p.m., 5 to 7 p.m. is a timing where west is activated. So you can get your creativity. You get the creativity. See, those who are doing job, they also compile their daily work by 5 to 7, what they have done and what are pending for next day. So this is a time where you should do whatever the creativity is there. This is a time to activate your arts and creativity. So if you are a good writer, just sit in west direction between this period and create something that will be more, creativity will enhance in yourself. And see, energy is everywhere, you have to catch. Like you have a FM in 91.3, you catch one channel. 93.5, you catch one channel. Why in all the frequency you don't get? You get on the particular frequency. This is a frequency timing, that during this period, this energy will be available in this direction. Catch that frequency and get that things. Right. So that is the third, you can say, is the sixth direction which is to be activated. Now, southwest, it is also important that southwest as to remember our ancestor. This is a time of a southwest, which direction is called Nairitya, and the planet is a Rahu. Rahu is a lord of a Nairitya direction, southwest. Now this is a direction of feet. If you see the Vastu Purusa, feet is there. So feet, we always touch the feet of our ancestors, our gurus. So this is a direction where you can give your gratitude towards your elders. So Pitru photo, whatever you have said, that Pitru photo has to be kept in southwest, in south wall. Because south is a direction where people leave this world, they will be goes in the south. So Pitru photo you can keep in the southwest region, in south wall. Like southwest is the highest negative direction considered in the place, but it is a direction of having a good relation, because it gives a connectivity with your ancestors, blessing with the ancestor, and this is a direction of Rahu. And Rahu, we all know, it's a connectivity between the two people, right? So Rahu direction is that is a southwest, and this is a very very important things which is required in the everybody's life, right? So this is a very important things in the life, that a relationship enhances this direction, right? So southwest is a very important to enhance the relationship with your elderly people, because of them now today you are. So those your elder people are alive, or your elder people have left this world, you can pray this corner between 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. As same exactly to the northeast. It is same exactly to the northeast, because cross direction always flow the same timing. So that is 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. is a timing for the southwest corner, where you will get a good relationship. If you have cupboard in this direction, because normally people keep the locker or heavy cupboards in southwest, they put the heavy weight on this direction. So you can open this direction, you can open your window, you can open your cupboards or anything which you can contain this. See, again, this is a southwest, it's a corner where you have to collect the energy. So this is a collection of the energy southwest, where you can enhance the energy by keeping open this direction. And this is a direction one should keep the fragrance. This is a direction where all the negativity accumulate. So you can keep the camphor, you can keep the fragrance, good fragrance. Good fragrance, you can have a good relation with others, especially with your elders, ancestors, and you will always get a positive response from them. So you can either put the fresh flower, you can keep the good camphor or any good fragrance. Those who are not able to get married also, this is a corner of a relation because of the some ancestral not getting a blessing. Your marriage may be hurdles. So that is also, and in chart also we know that sometimes Rahu create the problem. It doesn't connect with the right person. So to get a marriage also, I always advise to keep flowers or fragrance in southwest corner to activate this corner. So southwest again, it's a negative direction, but you can turn that positive by keeping the fragrance, keeping the positive energy, so that at least you've been connected with your elders and ancestors. And we all need ancestor blessing in our life. So Pitru, what we call as a Pitru, is a direction of a southwest corner. Now the last direction is a south, which is in the Vastu also very heavy direction because it is anti-magnet direction. We all know that north is a magnetic direction and south is an anti-magnet direction. So if you want to pull out the negativity from your house, this is a time, this is a direction, the south. Now south is the timing 11 to 1 p.m. same as the north, because during this period 11 hour to 1 p.m. the sun will be passing from this direction. So this is a timing where you will be getting the all dump. See, there is always a laundry time in the hotel you go. They call that during this period laundry people will come. So you have to flush out all your clothes. So this is a time where all the negativity in your house, you have to keep that negative energy out. This is the only direction which pulls the energy. So whatever the accumulated energy was there inside the house for whole day, whole night, whatever energy you have kept, you have to open the south between 1 to 11 to 1 p.m. to drain, to make the energy outside. So that is why this is very important direction again for keeping the open between the 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is a place where normally people keep storage, heavy storage. So during that period, you just can open that storage. You can open that storage also, open the door also, open the window also, only during this period to drain out the energy, to make the anti-magnet so that it will pull all your negativity from the home. So that is why south is also to be release the energy. It is only for the releasing the energy, whereas north is incoming direction, south is outgoing direction. East is the incoming direction, west is the outgoing energy. So always one is a in, then opposite is a out. As northeast is a in direction, southwest is a out direction. Southeast is a in direction and northwest is a out direction. If you have listen my talk properly, then you should understand that in direction and out direction, what the remedy has to be done. And the last thing what we have to do is the center. Now center is a connectivity of all energy. You know, the picture also shows the stomach part, belly part, digestion organ. This is all are in the middle center portion, and in the center all the energy flow from the one direction to another direction. Is a junction, is a junction, and that is timing on 3 to 5. Now this is a two time, 3 to 5 a.m. also and 3 to 5 p.m. also. It's a both the time is activated during this period. That is 3 to 5 a.m., 3 to 5 p.m. That is 3 to 5 and 15 to 17 hours. And this is Mercury. And in astrology, we call that Mercury give the result to whom planet it is seated. So this is a center area where Mercury is activated, and this is very important to balance other energy. Why this corner is having important? Because you have to get the balance of every energy. So to get the balance of energy, you need to have this area very lighted. Keep some light, a yellow light, or open this area. That is why in center portion we don't allow any fixed object. We never advise to keep any fixed object in this. That is why here also it is written open space, right? More light and air. and for the good for the tulsi plant. So this is a very important area where it is all the energy cross. If you have a stomach problem, if you have a connectivity problem, if you have a digestion or any health related problem, this is a area which you can light it, which you can ring, which you can keep the mantra machine. See, in Vastu, two remedy works very fast. One is cleaning, another is tuning. Cleaning means clean with the salt water or colon water or to absorb the energy, absorb the heat. And tuning means ringing the bell or keeping the mantra machine. So by keeping mantra machine also it will activate faster. So this is the very basic things. If somebody apply this, then they will get a maximum energy.
So can I interrupt you?
Normal general Vastu. Yeah.
Uh, can I interrupt if you don't mind? Mantra machine is that machine available in puja shops where you put it in a creeping thing and the mantra
Yeah.
keeps playing. You get mantras for several times. Either you get one
Yeah. It
mantra
is
loop or
continuous chanting. Yeah, continuous chanting the mantra.
which
Normally
mantra,
people see in the temple. Yeah.
yeah, which mantra you would recommend for the center of the house to be put on from afternoon 3 o'clock till afternoon 5 o'clock? Which mantra would you recommend?
Yeah. So see, normally it's a Mercury, and you can put any mantras which will give you smoothen, like Om Namah Shivaya or whatever the religion you are, whatever the best mantra, because it is basically for the cleaning purpose. When you have the mantra machine or mantra chanting, it pure the area because it's a tuning, or you can just have a ringing of bell. So this area, if you ring for 5-10 minutes, it maximum energy will be enhanced. And this timing and this remedies, if you use, and this all are a household remedy. What the remedy I said is nothing that you have to brought from the outside. It's all a household remedy what I have given. But if you accurately use the timing, you'll find a miracle result. And for activating planet also, as in North Jupiter, Northeast Moon, East Sun, Southeast Mars, South and West is a Venus, Southwest is a Rahu, and Northwest is Saturn. And in center we have seen Mercury. So all 9 planet also comes. So in Southwest you can have a Rahu also and Ketu because both are the same entity. So by activating planet also, this is a time you can chant the mantra of blending that particular time to this corner. That's also can be a remedy. You just open the area for that period. That is also being remedy. You can utilize the mantra machine, tuning, bell. This all also can be a remedy. So remedy can be anything, but the timing is to be there. Utilize this corner just for that period, and you will find a maximum energy. See, whole day all energies are floating, but certain filter energy are being concentrated on the particular timing. And this timing is not been invented by someone. It's just sun direction. Every 2 hours, the sun motion, you will find the direction. And the northwest, with north and northeast, as we are in the northern hemisphere, we don't touch the sun on that side, but southern hemisphere, they touch the sun on that period. So for them also, it is the same period as like in the southwest, south and southeast direction. So if you utilize this timing, if you utilize the energy cleaning, you will find a maximum benefit. First, you apply on yourself for wealth purpose, for health purpose, then you will get a confidence and you will find that it is a better running remedy. That's what I have to say. If you have anybody's question, then we can see the
Yes,
question.
there is a question from Tanu Agarwalji.
Yeah.
So when we have a counter or cash box for a shop, and maybe for a house also, if you can say cash
Okay.
box counter in a shop, in which portion of the shop, which direction?
Sorry, what to keep?
You have a cash box.
Cash
Suppose,
box. It has to be kept in the south where it should be open towards north because north is the direction where the energy comes. So keep in the south or southwest corner opening towards the north. See, you have your counter anywhere, but you collect that money after 1 hour and keep in that direction. That can be possible. In the southwest corner, keep one lock drawer. You have your cash counter anywhere, but collect the money with after 1 hour, 2 hour, and keep at that direction. That can be kept, or you can have a locker also in this corner to keep the money for the longer time.
Suppose the cash box is in the south,
Yeah,
but facing the locker opens, say, towards the east,
yeah.
then
See, east and north both are the incoming direction. If it is opening towards incoming direction, no problem. See, when you get energy from east, it is good for the health purpose, and if you get from the north, it is for wealth purpose. Both are good. But opening towards west, opening towards south, you will end the money with the no use. That is why it should not be open towards the west or north, because that's an anti-magnet direction. That is why. If you are opening towards east, good. Opening towards north, no problem.
okay. There is one more question from Mrs. Bhatta. Also saying the balcony of a flat, if one wants to grow lotus, because that would be still water, then should it
Hmm.
be northeast or northwest or which
Yeah,
direction?
still water is northeast. Northeast is the still water. North is a floating water. East is a see. Floating means you want to float that energy from one place to another place. Where northeast is the head, where you want a peace, where you want a cool. So there is a still water in northeast, floating water in north and east.
That sounds good. And there is
Somebody
one.
has asked that where to put medicine. Medicine you can put in the northwest direction. That is the best direction. I said that celestial help. So northwest you can put the medicine. And if you put in the kitchen, that will be the best place. So it will be a less use of a medicine for yourself.
That was a good question from you. Manju
Mm.
has question. Manju Mishra is asking,
Mm.
Manju Mishra, I have south-facing rectangular closed house,
Yeah.
health issue and children are not focused in study. What can I do? Please help me. Manju ji, if you have put a diagram, that would have helped all others also. For Dharmesh bhai, it is easy, but still, if you have put a diagram, it would have been nice. So anyway, I'll repeat the question. I have south-facing rectangular closed house and a lot of health issues and children are focused in study. What can I do? Please help me.
See, there are three, four problem it is seeing as you have a south facing, then rectangle. Rectangle is also not been advisory and close house. Health related problem obviously that because when south opening is there, it pulls all the positive energy from the house. So only thing you can keep is a good camp means a good fragrance. You put the bell in your door, main door, just put the two bell so that whenever door is open or closed, it will be always having a sound. So whatever the energy is coming from the south, it get at least pure at the filter, it filter and keep the good fragrance in the home. And if the your children can face the east or north in anywhere in the house, that can be solved 50%. I can assure 50% relief. So two bells in the door, keep fragrance everywhere in the house, and you should have the good facing of a direction north or east. That can be done.
Quick question, Dharmesh bhai, you just spoke about fragrance. Nowadays, the trend is to keep diffusers or those scented sticks, in the house. So
Yeah.
diffuser have just for the other, I mean,
See, agarbatti or scented things, I also being not using much because after it burning, it create the dioxide. It is not advisable. So you put the camphor, you put there are some fragrance come with dilute in the air. So that you can put that always being having a oxygen and camphor is the 100% oxygen. You put the beams and kapur, that is the best camphor for medicinal use also and for open exposure also. But like in say agarbatti or doop, I don't advise because after it's burning, it create more carbon dioxide.
So, yeah, we were talking about southwest or south fragrance. Which
Yeah.
of the direction would you say for this scented camphor?
Yeah.
Or
See, scented wax also can be kept. You can burn that, and that also spread the good fragrance. Or you can put the just camphor, and there is a diffuser comes. So on that you can put the camphor, so it will have a very good fragrance in entire house. Or just not burning, just you can keep ideally also that is been sufficient.
which corner? Dharmesh bhai, if you can repeat.
Bhim Seni Kapoor.
नहीं कौन सा कॉर्नर में कौन सा डायरेक्शन में उसे रखना है विच डायरेक्शन
See, that is you can keep everywhere
नो बट यू आर सेइंग
except kitchen and toilet. You can keep.
टचिंग
Yeah.
साउथ वेस्ट I remember clearly you mentioning one of the corner. I think so. You had
See, that is northeast. I said in northeast you should put the camphor. That is the best direction to enhance your memories. It is for the memory purpose.
southwest. Is it good in the southwest also?
Yeah, southwest. I said good flowers, fresh flowers, or camphor because
Okay.
that is also a blessing and relationship corner.
Okay. That's good. So the negativity is edge and
Normally,
where
the negativity is from the west, southwest, and south. So that is the direction which is least to be open, so that it won't accumulate much of a negativity in the house. Whereas the other side, that is north, northeast, and east, is to be always being open, lighted, so that maximum positive energy inside the house or inside the place.
okay. Government is asking, so since concept of attached washrooms is modern, in which direction can we have toilets as two rooms?
Northwest.
No.
Northwest is the ideal direction. Only avoid northeast. Southwest is still okay. Northwest is okay. Southeast and northeast should be totally avoided because that two direction doesn't allow the toilet
Okay.
negativity.
Someone has put a direct question to me in direct messenger. I would advise put it in the message to everyone, select and zoom everyone.
Yeah.
Suppose as a toilet in the north direction or northwest direction, those are
Mm.
north is career directions or northwest. I don't remember now.
See, there are a lot of yeah, no, lot of remedy is available now on the situation we use. But if a toilet is in northeast and if you have another toilet, you can use another toilet, and this you can use as only bathroom. Water is allowed, but only the WBC WC is not allowed. So you can avoid WC if you have another option of toilet, or you can paint and lighted this northeast with the yellow color so that it will balance the negativity. That is only can be done, but that is only 25% relief you will get. It is not that you have done this, so you are now relief. You have to face the mental stress and anxiety in the house. That is why it is to be totally being avoided.
Okay. So one question, Manju Mishra says, thank you. Raman has a question. Can there be kitchens in Northeast since base goes out here also?
Yeah, it creates a lot of mental anxiety if you put in the northeast, and it is very hard to balance because northeast is basically for the peace and water where you have a fire. So it is least to least you can use and face on the east or south direction so that north and northeast corner doesn't get heated. But that is also 25% works. Another way, the health will be caused because you will not have a mental peace, sleep, and that will cause your health. But see, 25% you can or you can shift that to another place. It will be better.
Okay, another quick question, and let's take that as the last question. If
Yeah.
someone has to be pole outside or opposite of home or shop, what can we do?
Yeah, that is called a vidishul. It is called an obstacle to the house. It obstructs your energy. So you can have a corner concave mirror just in front of that. You can use the concave mirror. You see the in parking many place the parking there's a big round mirror is there, so that you can put to bounce that energy. So that is a mirror is a remedy to bounce that energy, bounce that negativity of that corner, whatever the obstacles is created.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. As I said, that was the last question, and questions can go on and on and on. I appreciate everybody asking very good questions. And we started a bit late due to technical snag. Now, very quickly, Dharmesh bhai, you, if I were to ask you,
Yeah.
like, sir, I love astrology, but I'm dying. Please give me 4 sessions of yours, okay, wherein the best of your knowledge comes out. So, which will be those 4 topics that you would love to give me or speak about?
Mm, I'll let you know.
Nadi or Ashtavarga or Nadi, I mean, retrogression. You all
Yes.
talk question I noticed
Yeah, I'll
on
go for the nakshatra. That is also very easy for a student to make it quick decision. Normans I can do
Nakshatra,
nakshatra, then normans.
Romansh, okay. I
Matching we have already done so many times, so I don't feel. But nature match in the means matchmaking is very important.
okay. Uh, Romansh, I still remember, I think there was a book on ascendance by Masuk Bhai Mehta, which I have lost now years back. He had given
Yeah.
me. I still remember this. Probably you have that, and I'm going to ask you or request you and beg you to copy and
No,
give
no,
it to
definitely. I'll give you. I give you.
me.
Definitely.
Legend Masuk Bhai Mehta, those who do not know Masuk Bhai Mehta, he was a towering figure in the name of astrology and in Maharashtra, in Bombay, and especially among the Gujarati astrologers. And he did so much to spread astrology. So much
Yeah.
is, the whole ones that one quick thing. Dharmesh,
Hmm.
but you have a small webinar by you on nakshatras, 27
Yeah.
nakshatras. Like
Yeah.
a 3-hour webinar where you take each nakshatra, give out those rare things that people don't know of. You know,
Right.
it can be a paid webinar or something like that, but not too costly, and not too cheap also because people, if
Right.
it's not sasta hote, we don't have value for something.
Right.
Uh, and that's what my students are unfortunately doing. They believe in and not in Motorola. You know,
Definitely. Nowadays,
there is iPhone, the trend. So iPhone is costlier. I just
at all.
wanted I was testing my son. He said, Dada, Father's Day, what gift you want? I said, all right, I know you are a brand conscious guy, so give me iPhone 16 Pro. He said, iPhone 16 Pro will not come out. I'm happy, he said. Well,
Okay.
a brand anyway. So maybe we should have something of Nakshatra
Definitely.
so that
Will
people
do.
get those notes, they are given the PDF, and something on Ashtavarga because I know you have great knowledge on Ashtavarga and especially
That
Naumans.
also, yes, that also can be done. Sure.
And followed is Sastyamsha deity is my favorite. Now,
Definitely.
thank you so much for taking out time from your busy, busy schedule. For those who do not know, Dharmesh Bhai has his own YouTube channel. He has a busy uh, uh,
All your inspiration.
so thank you so much, Dharmesh Bhai. Big, big, sorry, I just got it memorized now. Big, big
Thank
pranam to you. And I request the audience also to mentally thank the gurus of Dharmesh Bhai. Okay, quickly, who do not know, let me quickly say Guru Purnima is on 3rd of July. We are having an Annadan on the same day, 1500 yogis, sadhu, sons. They are our gurus who have passed on the knowledge from here to there. We are tying up with an organization who's doing this, okay? And we've just kept a small price of 250. They can do another, they can Google, call up 98199537779, or just go to our website saptarishishop.com and type Guru Purnima. Apart from that, we have pre-Guru Purnima event and post-Guru Purnima event. Pre-Guru Purnima is completely free, where more than uh, 20 astrologers will be speaking from morning till evening, 11 o'clock onwards till evening, on various topics, you know. And we have great speakers like Shanmukha, a legend in Gemini astrology. Vinod Kumar from South Tamil astrology is going to show you how Panchang in your own chart can give you stunning predictions. Just the tithi you are born in, 20 events, not theory. No theory, no philosophy. That's become too much these days. And we have various other speakers. We have from Iran, Ezan Kazemi giving precise mantra technique. We have Sam JP who's going to speak on precise predictions with retrograde planets. We have Vijay Chawlaji of his Narada technique, a beautiful new invention or research. We have Vidhan Pandya on circular charts that C.S. Patel made very popular. Chandrasekhar Sharma on Nisarga Dasha or Naisargik Dasha, I presume, that nobody uses these days. We have Sunil Kaushik on remedies of planet in different houses by using nakshatra. We have Tantra Vastu by Dinesh Tambe and Devi Chandji and Mangal Dosh, and K.K. Parashar and C.S. Patel's techniques of Nadi and Hormones. Quickly, for last 15 years, we have been having C.S. Patel, my guru, and also Dharmesh Bhai's guru. On C.S. Patel, we have this Guru Purnima event in Romania, and who has been a legend and a towering figure and a guru for many of his readers. His books are considered much more than weight in gold and platinum. Okay. So we have Sumanta Ghoshal on singers. We have Karma and Profession through Varanasi Breaking by Yashwant Sharma, who is from Varanasi. Okay. So we have by Badoria, C.S. Patel's retrogression research, matchmaking by Vinayak. So we have Pooja Sharma on deceptive planets in your horoscope. Okay. We have Mahendra Purohit on combinations for advocates. Dharmesh Bhai will be very interested in this, I guess. Okay. And at the same time, we have Mark Boni on Ashtavarga. Okay. So we have a lot of astrologers, and I would love you to be present. It's completely free. Register. We have very limited seats. We have a limited Zoom account. Okay. So register instantly. The link of it, if you don't have it, write to admin at saptarishisastrology.com. Okay, please write. Don't send me Facebook messages and all that. I don't see Facebook. The office only monitors it. Okay, and I've been locked out of Facebook for the last another 5 days. Okay, something has happened. Anyway, after that we have 4 days of events, which eventually will go to 6 days. The whole of July month, 8th and 9th, we have Guru Purnima event, that's a paid event. We have 15th and 16th, that includes in the Guru Purnima event. And if the lectures are not over, 65 speakers now, as we speak, earlier was 60. Okay, I've just received messages, 65 speakers for these 4 days, which I know it will eventually become 6 days. So one of the biggest astrological festivals, very difficult to manage so many speakers, 65 plus 20, that's 85 speakers. Everybody has to be on time. Every lecture can't exceed the different thing. And if somebody senior is lecturing, if I interrupt and say, sir, the time is up, they are upset. They don't come back to us. Ever they say, Seven God does not know how to organize an event. So we're going to restrict the number of questions by people who help me, who support me in this. Okay. It's an event where we do not do it for commercial purposes, just muddle what we call, and we donate. And We are also, we started translating a lot of manuscripts. We have procured another 13 manuscripts, something we started 15 years back, giving out the manuscripts, translating it. We restarted. Those who want to join, those who have basic knowledge on Sanskrit, those who have good command on Hindi or Tamil, join us and create a revolution that our elders did not do or did not have the resources or the technology. Whatever language you know, you owe it as a Rishurin, the four rings in your life. And one of them, the topmost, is the Rishurin. Your Gotra, your Rishis did so much of work getting knowledge out, so should you. Anyway, I hope the blessings of Dharmesh Bhai will be with us on the Guru Purnima event. Thank you so much, Dharmesh Bhai and everybody else. Thank you, all the participants.